This chapter is mainly focused on the construction and destruction of the windmill, which Orwell wrote to represent the industrialization of Russia. It also symbolizes the pigs' manipulation of other animals for their own gain. Despite the severe need for food and water, the pigs exploit Boxer and all the other laboring animals to get their own luxury items. Throughout the spring and summer, they worked a 60-hour week, and in August Napoleon announced that there would be a work on Sunday afternoons as well. This work was strictly voluntary, but any animal who absented himself from it would have its rations reduced by half. This quote shows the verbal manipulation that the pigs place on the other animals to force them to conform through punishment that they don't even see as a punishment. In this picture, you can see all the animals working together or admiring their work on the windmill. This shows how much the working class is willing to do, how much labor they are willing to put in, and how many hours of the week they are willing to put in to better their community and their farm. This is Benjamin, who Orwell meant to be the elderly or retired. Benjamin did not forwardly express any enthusiasm about the windmill. However, even he and Clover yoke themselves and help in the quarry. The building of the windmill was extremely labor-intensive, and the majority of it fell on Boxer, or the working class. Boxer did this work willingly, mostly because he couldn't think for himself. So he took on the ideals and morale of the corrupt leaders. The selling of the eggs marks the start of the pigs' bending of the rules to meet the luxury that they think that they deserve. It also shows the pigs' true colors to the other animals, in a way that they don't really care about what any of the other animals think, or their well-being.
So this is a picture of Mr. Whymper, who was the middleman between Animal Farm and the real world. And in the Russian Revolution, he represents the capitalist body who came to help the communists. Mr. Whymper helping Animal Farm shows that the pigs have gone against their rule of 4 legs good and 2 legs bad. This picture represents the humans recognizing Manor Farm as the new Animal Farm. In the Russian Revolution, this would be equivalent to the Soviet Union, and how after a while no one thought of it as a rebel uprising, but accepted it for what it was. This is a picture of a pig sleeping in one of the farmhouse beds, but without any sheets, so it's okay. The pigs secretly changed the 7 commandments so that they did not restrain their habits. Even though the animals agreed to be equal, the pigs are slowly becoming superior to the rest. In this picture of the 7 or 5 commandments of animalism, you can see that their values and views have been changed or been secretly changed by the pigs. Most other animals are unable to read, so the pigs add and take away commandments to better suit their wants as superiors. During the thunderstorm, the flagpole with Old Major's skull and the gun toppled over. This is actually irony because as the physical aspects that make up Animal Farm came down, so did the original thoughts and hopes for the farm, as the pigs have taken over. In the same thunderstorm, the apple tree that only the pigs were taking from was uprooted. This shows that if Animal Farm continues as it is, it will soon leave the pigs unsatisfied because they will be left alone, no one wanting to obey their rules anymore. This picture represents the logical fallacy of ad populum. Napoleon blamed the falling of the windmill on Snowball rather than the storm. Boxer says that Napoleon is always right, and then slowly but surely all the animals come to an agreement that Snowball is sabotaging Animal Farm when they are not looking.
Snowball is important to this chapter because he is blamed when the windmill was destroyed overnight. Although the reader knows it was actually the strong winds, the animals, of course, seem to believe Napoleon, since he is the leader, and everyone says Napoleon is always right, which causes animals to truly believe it was Snowball. Many animals did not believe that Snowball was the one that tore down the windmill until the tracks were noticed. Every pig, though, has the same size and shape of hooves, so easily Snowball could have been framed. It was said that Snowball had stolen the idea from Napoleon to get revenge on him, but then later destroyed it. The building of the windmill was not easy during Chapter 6. The animals were forced to work like slaves, but yet they were happy because they knew this would benefit them. All through spring and summer, they ended up working 60 hours a week. And then in August, Napoleon said they were required to work Sunday afternoons in order to get food. The setting of this chapter takes place at the barn as well as the others. Now, added to the barn is the windmill. So most of the setting takes place by the hill, where the windmill is being built, although some is also set back at the barn when Mr. Whymper comes and gets the farm goods to take to the outside world. This chapter is an allusion to when Stalin wanted to build industries in the Soviet Union. Industrialization was one of Stalin's main focus throughout the revolution. That's why in the book his character Napoleon has the animals constantly working to make the farm a better place for them to live, and more modern. Last but not least, we have the destruction of the windmill at the very end of the book. This is an irony because it's supposed to represent that their society is slowly falling apart. Eventually, it'll all be completely destroyed in the end because of the way the pigs are sculpting the rules in their favor.